What's going on, guys? Andrew from Last Leaders. I know I said that I was going to start posting a lot more, and you haven't really seen a video from me in a few weeks. The reason why I didn't want to just jump out the gate and make another video is because I didn't make my channel just so I could record every single event that goes on and talk about it in a video just to get views or just to be popular or famous or whatever the other people do. The reason why I made my channel was for it to be a think tank for other people, and so that I could vent and we could go back and forth and on discussion and dialogue to see if we can come up with a conclusion on how to make our community better and our world better and our people better. And when I say people, I'm talking about just everyone who's trying to make a better life for themselves. I don't really focus on solely one ethnic group or one community of people. I feel like that's kind of an ineffective way. Definitely a starting point, but definitely not the ending result, what you want to have your viewpoint or your perspective be focused on. So that's the reason why I just want to take a step back and look at everything that's going on in the news to really see if there's a trend or anything going on. I'm pretty sure if you clicked on the video, it's one of the reasons why you did was because you saw the thumbnail that I had, right? And on one side you had the Baltimore protest. You had a protester there in front of a group of SWAT, and on the other side you had a U.S. soldier holding an Iraqi child. This is because they were injured because we just finished in the Iraq War. And there's me, and there's like a couple of labels, news stations like Fox, MSNBC, CNN, things like that, and they're over my face, and I look very frustrated. And I feel like that echoes and is exactly how a lot of people feel when they watch these news stations and when they listen to what's going on in the news and everything. Because I feel like we're divided right now. You have people that are explicitly Democrat, explicitly Republican, and no one wants to listen to anybody's side of the subject. And I feel like that's doing us a great disservice, because then you have situations like the Baltimore protest and the Iraq War that we could have probably helped to mitigate and diffuse and come to conclusion a lot faster if we both would have stayed with each other and united and understood where each other was coming from. But instead we invest our emotion and our time, and some people even our money, some of us even our money, in all these news stations that really don't care about anything but making ratings and producing revenue and views and things like that. Because if they're trying to keep up with social media, with Vine, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, if you're on it, Facebook, things like that, right? That's what they're trying to do. That's the reason why now they have comment boxes. Though that used to be a signature Facebook thing. Now every news site has a comment box that you could just go and post. And it used to be just forums that are doing that. But now you see like Fox has it, CNN has it, ABC has it, even PBS has it. They're trying to keep up with the things that we invest our time into. And if they could take our emotion, then it takes away from the social media aspect of it and splits it between the different businesses that call themselves media outlets. I definitely feel like we are being fed a lot of different negative things in the news, and there's not too many positive things that are in there. That's the reason why when I talk to somebody, I could talk to somebody about something super private, like, what's your bank account? What's your checking? What's in your checking? What's, how's your marriage going? I know Dave Chappelle did a skit one time when he said, oh, well, like, I'm having sex with my wife. And, and then the person asks him, oh, so what political party are you voting for? And the guy was like, whoa, this is, you're asking me all these personal questions. So let me just go back to my, me having sex with my wife. I feel like that's exactly how we act when we get into these types of conversations, right? So just to take an example, because I know a lot of people would say, oh, I'm not too sure, if you're accurate or whatever. So I just wanted to give you a few examples. So I put down some stuff here. So in terms of the negative things that are portrayed in the news right now versus what's portrayed positively in the news, I have ISIS, Boko Haram, Mexican cartel, Hamas, People's Army in Colombia, Hezbollah, Taliban, Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab, the Baltimore 12, Osama bin Laden, Ukraine and Russia, Ebola, African and Hispanic gangs. Practically all of them are in the news for negative things, you know, whether it's right or wrong. Chicago, President Barack Obama, Anonymous, and Lizard Squad, and all these other different groups that are out there right now. Julius Assange and WikiLeaks. Now, all these different things, I mean, some of them are groups, some of them are places, but it's at the end of the day, the news outlets feed off of whatever we feed off of, you know, our emotion and our frustrations, and that's how they continue to build revenue. Now, versus that, and this is just a brisk skim across. I probably spent at least like 15 minutes looking this stuff up. I just wanted to see what I could find, negative versus positive. And what I found in terms of positivity was, it was in Australia, the passengers helping to lift that train off a man's leg on the subway. The Hong Kong protesters, you know, they were protesting to change their electoral process in terms of government and who they can elect. And Malala, I'm probably about to butcher her last name, Malala Yousafzai, winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. So those are just the three things I could like find within the span of 15 minutes versus like 20 things that I found that are negative in the news. And this is imagine what I could have found in like 2 hours if I really spent time looking up things like this. And this is just one of the things that I really feel like we need to take into consideration when we're going out and we're looking at, you know, whatever news station or anything like that. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, but what I'm saying is that you need to really be careful and do a lot of fact checking and get different perspectives from people that oppose your view and people that are on the same side as you. Because what could happen is that there could be a real situation that there's gonna be a real situation that you probably don't fully understand, that somebody else kind of help you along and get a better grips with, and you both can come to a solution together. So that's just one thing I want to let everybody know and really take to heart, because I feel like, especially going from where we were last year into just today, when you're watching this, there's been a whole lot of issues, like important issues that come up, that I think we transcend what party you lie on. A lot of people like to quote, on both sides, like to quote Martin Luther King. He stood for, for justice, not for one side or the other. So if you want to quote him, continue to follow in his footsteps and not subscribe solely to your party, but subscribe to justice and compassion and grace and different things like that. That's what I wanted to let everybody just kind of have some food for thought for the rest of their day going into next week. So guys, if you did like the video, I know this was kind of longer than my other videos, but it needed to be said. Please do like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Share the video. Let me know what you think in the comment box. If I did miss a story that was major in the news, please let me know what I missed. And you know, we'll talk soon, guys. All right, take care. Bye.